Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's OpenONU Go call. Thanks for joining. As usual, the call is public and recorded and will be shared on YouTube, so please be mindful of the comments you make and the information you share. It will be public. So first of all, there is a Jira that I believe you, Holger, added, or did I add it myself?
No, I just added it and not managed to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just working on the issues I have on my plate, and one of these are this problem with the 4K scale test when the MIP template is present. I've had an additional look into the symptoms we have, and it seems to be that there's a scaling issue comes to light due to the changed timing. If the
what do you mean? I did not understand you. Sorry.
Yeah. When we have the MIP template already present in the KV store, then no MIP upload process is needed for all the 4K ONUs. That means all the 4K ONUs reach nearly simultaneously the device reason discovery MIP sync complete. And this also leads to the fact that before the next ONC configuration are done, all UNI ports have to be deactivated by the ONU adapter using an ONC set request. And now it is not 100% clear what is now the problem. It seems so that the mass of the simultaneous request seems to overwhelm the BB-SIM. Probably the BB-SIM has to do something with the set request. He has to maintain its internal data structure to deactivate or to lock all the UNI ports, and probably something stuck here. And what I see is that finally all the attempts of the ONU adapter to lock the UNI ports running into a timeout. So
I see.
But what I'm missing or what I don't see is that this OMSI supervision gives some errors that probably an OMSI request times out. I only see the timeout for the whole process of attempting to lock the UNI ports. So probably this is a mixture of that the BB-SIM is overwhelmed and not responding anymore, and probably some queue is filled up with all the events. I don't know. The problem is for this issue, I only have the ONU adapter lock. Do you?
No, wait, hold on. The couple of things. I do get to what you're saying. I understand that maybe the issue. Let me be clear that it only appears with 4,000 ONUs, not the 1,000 that we were doing before. And I also looked briefly at the Jira, and you were saying that you don't have the debug information log, right?
Yeah, but actually we will not get this debug information log. What I have is the info log level from your attempt, and there I see the arrows that it's an attempt to lock the UNI ports times out for all 4K ONUs. And so the last reason we reach is, as said, discovery MIP is incomplete and it does not go further. And now it has to be clarified if probably BB-SIM is overwhelmed with all these simultaneous requests, or if it's a mixture of that an additional, probably a queue is running over or something like this. Can you think on any queue?
So what I can do I have to share a couple of things. One thing that I can do is run again this test, because to make it pass, what I have done is just I've disabled MIP templating, and it works.
Yeah, that is clear. What I said before, when you don't have this MIP template in the KV store, then the first actually virtually each ONU is starting to a MIP upload process, because actually they are starting nearly simultaneously, and the first ONU starts, the second is third, and so on. And at some point in time, the first ONU is ready with the MIP upload process and writes a MIP template into the KV store. And from this point on, all upcoming ONUs are using this, but not before. That means probably the process is delayed and stretched for some kind so for some time, when we do not have this KV store MIP template, you know. And when we have the MIP template, then each ONU is make only a read request in KV store, do not do the MIP upload process, and nearly simultaneously reach the same point where they want to disable the UNI ports. And probably this is some overwhelming point here, that 4K, the same 4K requests are probably reaching the BB-SIM, or are filling some queue somewhere else. So probably would be good to repeat this test, and also to collect probably BB-SIM resources, and if you see any error
I mean,
there.
the BBC log will be captured. It's just that it wasn't captured here, and the job is gone. So we need to repeat it and just save the BBC log as well, and just take a look. Girish, you wanted to say something? Girish, you wanted to mention something?
Yeah, I mean, I had some thoughts, but you know, I just lost them. So basically, I assume that this issue was happening with you know, MIB templating enabled, but it is surprising that it happens. Sorry, I mean, I thought it was happening with MIB templating after when it requests the MIB template to be uploaded for all the ONUs. I thought it was happening then, but it's interesting that the MIB template is present and the issue happens when the UNI ports are getting disabled. That's quite surprising. Can you increase the timeout for, you know, OMCI? I don't know, probably it's at 10
actually,
seconds.
I did exactly this today. I delivered a patch. I don't know. I think I forgot you in the list of reviewers, Girish. I increased the general timeout, obviously timeout from 1 second to 3 seconds. I discussed this with Andrea some weeks ago, because we only saw issues during a scale upgrade test with a small timeout value. Probably it helps. I don't know, but the problem is that I don't see any answer up in disabling of UNI ports at all. Probably we can see if it helps. It could help. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not seeing any answer at all, I'm not sure increasing timeout helps. Probably it's if BB-SIM just stopped responding for some reason.
Actually, I think the main problem is that due to the present MIB template, we have all these requests at once. You know, if we don't have the, as I said, if you don't have the MIB template, then the requests will be stretched over time.
Right. Yeah.
So let's see. Perhaps we see more in the next.
Yeah. So I think let me allow me to rerun the job with error enabled, even before we merge the extension of the timeout, so we get some information from that, and then we take a look at what to do next. Okay.
And then a run with increased timeout, yes, or yeah, probably. Then we know if it helps or not.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So next up, we don't have any update on the memory leak test, so we did not extend it. We did not have the time to work on this at ONF. I believe it will be in a couple of weeks before we get back to this topic, because we're doing a few things here and there. The patch for the delete gem for IPTV. So this patch here from Odzge, it needs a rebase and addressing a few comments. So are you still working on that, Odzge?
Unfortunately, I didn't find any time to working on this patch and a voiceover IP actually.
Okay, so there is no update on this or
no.
on the VoIP. On the VoIP. Okay, that's okay. That's I mean it happens. If whenever you do have any update, just feel free to send them over here or in the chat. So we're always happy to get them. So on the software update, the only remaining thing is the scale test to be updated with the new API. Hardik needs to do that. I think he has it in his to-do list, but let me remind him of that. So that's done. We said that there's no update on VoIP, but is there any update on the 611 ONU, Holger?
Yes, today I arranged an online debug session with the Chinese colleagues from ONU development for this Friday, because it seems that the symptoms I sent are not sufficient to find this problem, the root cause of this error. So we will do an online debug session. We have, as you know, we have a serial connection to the 611 in our lab, and I will share this with the Chinese colleagues, and hopefully we will find more insights to get close to the root cause.
Okay, sounds good.
I will keep you informed.
Okay, thanks. On the MIB audit, I don't believe there is an update from Torsten, because I know he wanted to work on this after some other tasks that he was ongoing. Do you know if there is any update here?
Actually, it should be solved, because there was as you know, there was an issue in ONU adapter. And we solved this, and then he brought the patches. I don't know if it's already running.
It is. I completely blanked on this. Yeah, it is fixed. Okay. So that's perfect. It just cannot keep track of every patch that's merged. Good. So I think we can do this. So this is merged. Right.
What I do not know currently, is it already running in the daily Jenkins jobs? I hope so. No?
That's a good question. That's a good question. So actually not this one. Let me check. It is.
I think he edited. Yeah, I remember he edited. Okay.
It is. Good.
So finished.
Yeah, this is done. Perfect. Okay. This patch here, it's merged, but we did not yet make a job for it. So this is the multi-ONU delete add test. It's there, it's ready. We just have not included into our CI management jobs. So that's going to be done, but as soon as we do it, it will most likely require some attention. So we are a little bit like postponing this.
Actually, this is
time.
Actually, this is related to the point you we mentioned before, where the tooling of Girish has to be included to see if the memory is increasing or not. No?
Yes. So let me actually remove it from here and just move it up here. Okay. So this, the ONU's SSH, we moved back some timeouts. It is working. We have not seen any issues from now on. So it's pretty good. We are in pretty good shape on that front. And I'm very happy we solved that. So that's good. But a really important discussion that I wanted to make sure we have is the BBSIM to send unknown MEs. I know there's been a little bit of back and forth. Sorry about that. A little bit of a back and forth between you and then you Holger and Theo and Chip on this discussion. Can you summarize it? What's the outcome? What's the next step?
Actually, there are some open points regarding this. My understanding was that the unknown attributes will come with known MEs, where the standard was enlarged or extended, and the OMSI libgo does not support it yet. And I also the issue is that I asked Theo and Chip to give a statement, but I haven't received any comment yet. Probably.
So let me see.
Chip should probably still in vacation. I don't know, long weekend or so.
Maybe. But, so let me see if I understand this. Let me see if I understand this correctly. The issue is that Theo is sending these unknown MEs with a correct parameter, like with the unknown parameter.
Now he sends an unknown ME with unknown parameters, but according to my understanding, this feature was about known MEs we are supporting, but containing unknown attributes. And this has to be clarified, because the code is done in that way that we receive a known ME, but this ME contains unknown attributes, attributes. And what I currently receive is I receive an unknown ME with unknown parameters, but this is not evaluated in the ONU adapter code.
Okay,
so
I see.
It has to be clarified what is the purpose of this use case.
Agreed. I get the point. So I believe that it would be interesting actually to have both, unless somebody disagrees with me. I think it would be cool to both have unknown MEs with an unknown ID, but also known MEs with unknown ME content.
Actually, when we have an unknown ME, then per definition, all attributes are unknown, you know?
Yeah.
Because we don't know this ME.
Yes. Well, yeah, agreed. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an issue that a known ME is being shown as an unknown ME when an unknown attribute is sent. Yeah, it looks like a bug.
No, I think Theo just sends the unknown ME type.
Yeah, exactly. Theo sends an unknown ME with unknown attributes, and my understanding was he has to send a known ME with unknown attributes, you know.
But anyway, both
Yeah.
test cases are good. I mean, sending an unknown ME as well as sending a known ME with unknown attributes.
Okay. So I think that is the conclusion, that we should still send unknown attribute type.
Actually, these are two use cases. One use case is to send unknown MEs, and one use case is to send unknown attributes for known MEs. That is my understanding. You are right, probably, that this also BBSIM should also be able to support sending unknown MEs. Actually, these are two use cases.
Yeah, I think we can. So let me bring this up with Theo. I think we can do both. It shouldn't be that hard to have this running with both cases. So
I remember when I test this unknown ME use case, I have done this with real physical ONUs, and because these are also sending, for example, proprietary MEs or so on. But actually, it would also be good to have it for BBSIM. But as said, two different use cases.
Yeah. Okay. Again, we captured what we wanted. Let's just send it out. I'll send it to Theo. I'll make sure we talk about it, and then we figure out exactly what to do.
Okay.
So that was all I had on the meeting for today. But I'm open to bringing anything up if there is anything we need to discuss.
I only want to mention you have said you have seen this, and it was necessary to change the 2.8 reconciling processing.
Yep.
In the first place, I thought all these patches from the master were only necessary for multi-UNI TT scenario, but as you have seen in the 2.8 regression for multiple UNI for multiple ONUs, we see for a TT workspace sometimes some issues, and so I was forced to backport a lot of code from the master to the 2.8. This is a mix of several change IDs, and some things are not being backported. So, but it seems to work now. I run this Garrett command for multiple UNI test, and I think it could be merged. I think it's not merged yet. No, this change ID.
No, I think I still have to go ahead and merge it.
But or you have to wait for another review. I don't know.
No, let me just take a look, and if it's possible, I'll go ahead and merge it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else that we wanted to discuss?
No.
I think from my side. Unrelated to this, sorry, maybe I'll discuss after that, this call, Andrea.
No, is it totally unrelated to the
it was something related to combo pawn and then some questions to Atran, but yeah, I don't think it's relevant to this call. Sorry.
So let me maybe do this. Let me stop the recording, and then we can take a little bit of Holger's time if he can. Thanks, everybody.